Welcome to another episode of Low Budget Shooting. What I have here is a J.C. Higgins model 583.16, and this was made for Sears and Roebuck. J.C. Higgins was their line until the Ted Williams line came out, and J.C. Higgins was actually an employee at Sears. Anyways, this gun, I'm thinking it was probably made in the 70s. I'm not sure, but there was a recall on it. And the reason why there was a recall is because the bolt, let me zoom in here. Let's see, the bolt had an issue where when you shot the gun, it would come back and it would come out of the gun. And the reason why it would come out of the gun is because of this screw right here on the side. If this thing came out while you were hunting and you lost it, then it would allow the bolt to slide all the way out, which would result with it flying into your face, which that's never a good thing. Now, one of the things on this bolt that you'll notice, unlike other guns, is there's no locking lugs on the end of it. So the only thing that holds it in is this screw that goes right into this slot down here on the side. Now, they recalled the gun, and here's the funny thing. Sears offered if you sent these bolts in that you would get $160 back for it, which I think was actually more than the gun was worth. So I bought this gun in an auction for 23 bucks, and I was like, heck yeah, man, I got a shotgun for 23 bucks, you know. And then when it came in, I noticed the bolt was missing. So I went out on the internet and tried to find it. Now, this gun was made by High Standard for Sears, and High Standard had a gun that they made that used a bolt, and I thought, oh, I can get one of these. Well, it's not the same. There is a little difference. This bolt, as you can see, we got the slot in the side for the screw. This one does not. It has some kind of a locking mechanism here on it, and the back of the bolt is a little bit different also. So these were not interchangeable, which kind of sucked because I got that bolt for like 30 bucks, and then I found this bolt on eBay for $100. So now I have $123 in this gun, although there's not many of these around. Oops, trigger just fell out. There's not many of these around because of the recall. And it was the 12 gauge, 16 gauge, 20 gauge, all of the 583 series. I think it was 583.11 up to 17, which 17 is actually one that was recalled. You know, so anyways, I'm going to put it together and I'm going to shoot it and see if it throws a bolt back into my face. But I can assure you that I will have this screw Loctited in. I'll show you guys how this gun works. So in order to load the gun, you have to have the bolt back. So as you can see on the bottom, there is a bolt carrier, a shell carrier. So when you pull the bolt back, that drops back up. So once that is in the up position, then what you can do, it's a tube fed, you can drop the shell in, slide it forward, and drop the next one in, and now it's done. And so you shut it, and then when you pull the bolt back, the shell pops up and lines in really nice, and then you just push it forward or not. Well, it doesn't. There we go. And lock it down, pull the trigger, comes out, and it just pushes it right in nicely. Pull the trigger. That's how it works. Now, you know, it's funny. I did an episode on a Stevens bolt action gun and shotgun, and I always thought this is ridiculous because how much more difficult it is to make it a pump, but you know, the bolt action is a little bit easier. And I saw one person who wrote in a forum about this gun. He was like, you know, the J.C. Higgins line was a cheap firearm, you know, as it is. Why not just spend a little extra and get a pump? Anyways, we're going to shoot it, see how it goes. All right, let's see how this thing shoots. I just got some bottles up there, so like I told you guys, take the bolt, go back. Hey, you know, while I'm loading this, When I started this video channel, you know, when I called it low budget shooting, it was because I wanted to show you that you could go get some cheap guns at auctions or, you know, things like that. Wow, so far it holds 5 in the tube. 5 is it. And I mostly, when I buy these guns, I mostly try to buy brand name stuff like, you know, Smith & Wesson, Colt, Beretta, you know, I try to get the top of the line quality guns cheap. But the fact of the matter is even those are still kind of expensive, and I do pick them up. I snipe them. I wait until I see what I can get. These things right here are really the cheap guns you can pick up. I mean, I got $120 in this bolt action shotgun, you know, and that's not bad for plinking, and we'll see how it does on some bottles here. And that's kind of the spirit of it, you know. So I've picked up some other low-end shotguns to try because viewers have told me you need to get these guns. So let's quit talking and see how this thing shoots. And that's safety. Safety works. Hopefully the bolt won't fly in my face. Oh man, does it go to safe afterwards? Nope. Hey, guess what? We got a problem. Let me see. This is probably safe. That's safe. Nope. Just gotta make sure the safe's all the way back. Guess I missed that one. That's pretty cool. Oh, this thing does have a pretty good kick to it. Just so you know, these things that I'm wearing here, this is actually kind of funny. Back in my USPSA days, this was what you did your competition shotgun loading with, is these right here, instead of the shloop that you put in there now.
Stand by.
This is what we pulled them from to load the gun. And it's kind of convenient for carrying. Let me go set up some more targets. That's an empty chamber. And we'll be right back. Alright, let's load this guy back up. This is so cool. Wow, I had stuff raining all over from shooting that steel. Man, this gun kicks. Anyways, there you have it. The 583-16 J.C. Higgins, manufactured by High Standard for Sears and Roebuck. This gun kicks like crazy. This rubber butt pad is completely dry rotted on this gun, so that did nothing for my shoulders. And it works and it's functional, and I do believe that it is a safe firearm as long as that screw is in there. It feels like it locks up pretty good. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Low Budget Shooting. I want to make a big shout out to all of the subscribers. We finally hit 500. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a milestone for me, and I appreciate you guys sticking with me through it. Anyways, hey, have a great Thanksgiving. Well, we already had Thanksgiving. Have a Merry Christmas, and enjoy your holidays and shoot safe.